Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. We're due for a random run. I can't tell you or I should say, I can't tell you how excited I am to have the mountain of a blue baby run standing in front of me after dying on Necropolis XL on the last episode. Now, in my defense, that wasn't like bowing out early with a lot of good things on my side. I maybe pushed a little bit too hard on some gambling instances to get myself stronger, but it took us like half an hour to die. Sometimes it only takes us 25 minutes to actually beat the chest. So that was just not a run that was destined for success, I feel. If I lived a little bit longer, anything could have happened. But I'm back, and I'm going to try to make good on, well, make up for the fact, at least, that I lost on the last episode by putting in a good show here. We'll see how it works. This is probably the only instance that I could possibly imagine where I will end up picking up my best friend. I'm not picking it up because it's good. I'm picking it up because it's better than the poop, as long as it doesn't accidentally kill me, which sometimes it is wont to do. We did win a blue baby run recently. What made that possible? Picking up the Polaroid. Let me just put my best friend down here. Picking up the Polaroid. Oh, come on. Oh, you dick. Picking up the Polaroid on like the first or second floor went a long way towards helping me out. And normally I'd say, you know, oh, trinket's not that big of a deal, not that big of a deal, except for in extreme circumstances. This was an extreme circumstance because this blue baby, you know, the health you start with, it's not like you ever get spirit hearts or HP upgrades. They're all the same thing. So being able to save what are effectively as blue baby HP upgrades by getting the Polaroid as soon as possible really went a long way towards making that run possible. Of course, picking up Polyphemus and some other items along the way didn't necessarily hurt, but it takes a village to raise a blue baby, and certainly we don't have a village going for us right now, unfortunately, with... Ooh, that Eternal Heart is basically just a Spirit Heart, but with only a cube of meat and my best friend from the first floor, we're gonna leave. We could go to the curse room, but I don't think it's worth risking our health for something that's not necessarily a guarantee. So luckily we can get rid of my best friend. Didn't use it very effectively, but it's difficult to use it effectively to begin with because it's a pretty terrible item. The one thing I will say is that I really dislike... It's too early to call this run, obviously. But I really dislike, and it's been a trend recently, not necessarily due to any causation beyond just... you know, random circumstance, but, hey, we got a key for our bomb. It's actually probably close to an ideal trade there. We've gotten a lot of spacebar items in our item rooms, and this is never a good sign unless you really need them. The ideal thing would be either exclusively passives, or you get a spacebar item in the item room, but it's a spacebar item that's worthy of using it for the rest of the game. And Spider Butt is probably not that item, even though I did like it originally when Wrath of the Lamb first came out. I thought it was an amazing item. I've since gone back on that a little bit, but back then I thought Necronomicon was an amazing item, and I didn't even know what half the items in the game actually did. So, you know, things change. Now I know what about 85% of the items in the game do. There's still 15% that get away from me, but we got a speed upgrade. It's not really the item that you want, and we have the option to take Mark or Whore of Babylon. This is a very dangerous situation. If we take the Mark, we'll lose 3 Spirit Hearts, gain 1. So we'll be at 1.5 Spirit Hearts with the Mark. If we take Whore of Babylon, it'll be way better of an upgrade for us, but we'll only be at half of a heart. But I think we don't have to go for it, don't get me wrong, but I think it's probably the option that we have that's in our best interest long term. I know that sounds crazy given the situation that we're in right now, but think of it this way: as long as we never get hit, we never die. So let's just hope that we run across the most ideal rooms for the rest of the game. I'm interested to see or hear, I guess, what people would do in that situation if they were me. I think the Mark might be a little bit more of a popular choice. I should be very careful about this. The Mark might be a little bit more of a popular choice because it gives you damage. It's like a compromise. It gives you better damage, but you also get a Spirit Heart back for it, so you spend a little bit less. You really need a bomb to get to that Tinted Rock. Or that Tinted Rock. Okay, that's good. I think we're going to use it on the other Tinted Rock first, just because the secret room could be adjacent, maybe? Okay, most important thing is just definitely get the Tinted Rock. And it gave us a key. Okay, wonderful. You know what? We are going to use a key to go to the shop, because the shop could have a bomb in it. We can use that to access the other tinted rock. That's exactly how that worked out. Let's just try to ignore the fact that I'll be missing out on the compass on this run. Not as a result of this, but just in general. Please tell me this other tinted rock provides me with some benefit. But yeah, I think Whore of Babylon is a better item, but it also came with a much greater cost that could end up being like really devastating for us. Okay, we got a golden chest, and it's Sad Onion. I mean, this is great. In theory... It's really nice that we picked up a lot of offensive upgrades here, but I was really hoping that one of the 3 tinted rocks we blew up on this floor would contain even a single Spirit Heart, but of course that's a little bit too much to ask, so I'm pretty sure that we're just counting time out until we die here, but if we can just get a Spirit Heart before things get truly dire, that would be amazing. We can only get hit once, that's the problem. If we could even get hit twice, it would be, you know, I could at least not be in complete fight or flight for the next, you know, forever. There's another key. And, you know, if we could somehow start building some Spirit Hearts onto this run, I know I'm talking as if it's over, but that's just because of our HP. If you ignore our HP, this is a very, very good position to be in. We're one-shotting Silkworms, the basic Silkworms anyway. Oh, please be Balls of Steel. That's good enough, man. I will take that health upgrade. So now, yeah, if you ignore the fact that our HP is really, really bad, we've got a great run going here. As Blue Baby, HP is very, very commonly a concern because it's very difficult to get the items early that allow you to replenish it before you die. But offensively, we're in a great position right now. The Sun card, not super useful for us, at least in our current state. I want to get 2 of these guys to pop up like that. I almost got myself killed there. Not killed, but I almost took some damage there. Are we really one-shotting turrets? Almost two-shotting, okay. Almost walked on the spikes there like an idiot. I guess the other one's probably gonna pop up first, huh? We'll just wait here for a second. And the time continues to tick on and on. Are you seriously not dead yet? Like, there we go, okay. It's a very scary room because of the spikes here. If I had more HP, it would not be nearly as much of a concern. That curse room is a funny joke right now, isn't it? I thought I had like a train of thought that I was on earlier, but that's okay. As long as I stay alive, it doesn't really matter to me if my commentary ends up working out. You should die, and you will be close as well. So now, damage is not a concern. This is one of the rare situations where I actually would just love for HP upgrades to come as Blue Baby. Normally, it's kind of dubious because it's basically just worth 1 Spirit Heart, but here it could provide me with some serious benefits. Lots of keys. You know what? Let's go through this room. We can fight off the enemies we fight in the Caves XL. Get a little bit of money as a result. Maybe that'll open up the shop to us. We'll see. We have enough keys to make it happen anyway, and we really, really need to pick up some way to get Spirit Hearts quickly. Otherwise, what's a great foundation for a run could end up withering and fading pretty quickly. Even Book of Revelations, yes, if we have to take it, that's fine. It's probably the worst way to get Spirit Hearts because it's, you know, objectively worse than the nail, except for the whole... Oh, that was bad. Except for the whole Meat Boy thing. It's worse than the nail. It, but also is an active item, so it takes up an active slot, whereas the Relic and the Miter do not. Now, that's just my 2 cents in the matter. It can, of course, also be augmented by other shop items, but let's just tackle things 1 issue at a time for now. 1 Spirit Heart remaining, 1 champion could kill us. 2 item rooms on this floor, presumably, if we could find them. I'm kind of surprised we haven't. It shouldn't be an enormous floor. It should be big, but not enormous. And, oh, let's get out of... Yeah, okay, this is the ideal position to find ourselves in. Every room is like a dice roll because... I mean, first off, let me just say that we're super fucking lucky to not be on the catacombs, but every room is a dice roll in the sense that, you know, one champion... If this champion Silkworm hits us, we die. That's just the truth, unfortunately. And I might be able to whittle these guys down before we actually have to run into any significant bout of trouble. Could Spider Butt as well, but I wanted to wait until the turret popped up just so it did a little extra damage to him. And please drop a Spirit Heart. Well, a penny is a Spirit Heart in some ways, if you don't really think about it too hard. Okay, so our item rooms are adjacent to one another. That was clutch dodging. Don't ever take that one away from me. I feel very good about the fact that I didn't get hit. Oftentimes on this room, I have a tendency to take some damage that I would not necessarily consider even that bad. It's just something that happens on this room from time to time. Judas Tongue is an okay trinket when you're not Blue Baby. When you are Blue Baby, I don't think it means anything. You know what? I'm not going to be too mad about getting homing bombs. At least we have more bombs now that we can use. And we get Polyphemus. This is very, very glass cannon-y type run. But our damage is great. Sad Onion plus Polyphemus. Great damage and good rate of fire. This is all good stuff. Now we will be one-shotting basically every enemy we come across, and maybe even, like, half-shotting. I can't believe he shot that out of his ass, and I can't believe I managed to block it. That extra Spirit Heart could be all important. Now, I was kind of hoping, to be honest with you, that we fight Greed, because the other likely alternative was just that there wouldn't be an item that I could buy in here. There could have been an item that was on sale, or I could have maybe found a secret room later, but I think this actually works out better for us. So we'll get a little bit more money. If I don't take damage, then life is good. And we've built up a very nice offensive run as a result of this. But keep in mind, if I end up winning on this run, yes, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are like, oh, he won because he picked up, like, Polyphemus and Sad Onion, maybe. Never take that away from me that I had to sack to get Whore of Babylon in a situation where I would hazard to guess that most people probably would not have. And, you know, I'm talking now as if this is a one run, and that's very, very premature. But I'm very pleased with the way things are going so far. Now that we have, you know, the ability to survive a couple of hits without just immediately dying. So, that's good for me. I'm excited about it. It's always nice when a dare, at least, or, you know, an item that you took on a dare type deal, doesn't necessarily backfire immediately, but may still backfire at some point. More bombs is great, allows us to access tinted rocks. We will totally open this golden chest. It's a Spirit Heart. One key for a Spirit Heart as Blue Baby in the situation that we're in is a totally okay trade in my eyes. More bombs, even better. We'll get 2 of those. Now we're up to 12, and they are homing bombs. We can use those for offensive purposes. There is a judgment down here that I recall now. For 2 bombs, we can access this judgment and maybe find the secret room. No, but that's fine. Absolutely want to play this judgment. He could end up giving us that compass that we ended up missing out on the last floor. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't take too much money, but so far so good. More keys, good. 2 cents for a key is fine. The Lover's card is totally worthless to us, as we've talked about many times in the past. We've already been to the shop, so we know that we can go pretty hard on this judgment here if he doesn't pay out, but that's okay. 6 cents for 2 keys and a shitty tarot card. Live bomb. Oh, I didn't explode him. I just got out of the way thinking that that was going to be the best option, and, well, it ended up working out fairly well. Another bomb, so it's like, what, 10 cents for 2 keys and a bomb? That's pretty good. 11, 12 now. 12 cents for 2 keys and a bomb and a Spirit Heart. 2 keys, a bomb, a Spirit Heart for 12 cents. I'll take it. That's better than market value, I'd say. Not too shabby. And we have enough HP that I could actually take another deal with the devil if I wanted to. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Not even going to use Spider Butt right here. Much smarter, I'd say, to just hold on to it for now. Maybe use it on this room. I mean, it does work once every 2 rooms, so there's no reason to hold on to it unless you've got like an automatic room that there's borderline 0% chance of taking damage on. I'm pretty sure all of the trinkets that we're getting are basically worthless for us. Judas Tongue, I think, is worthless because it lowers the cost of deals with the devil, but we're kind of exempt from those anyway because it runs on Spirit Hearts instead of Red Hearts. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Isaac's Fork is definitely worthless for us. I can say that with some authority, but that's fine. There are some that would be way better for us as well. Maybe the second secret room will be over here? Either way, we were going to do this to get a key. I did it all for the new key. Come on, the new key. Come on. So you can take that Isla Sue's guy and stick him up your yeah. I mean, you don't have to stick him up your yeah if you don't want to. It's your yeah. You're entitled to do whatever you please with it. All right, 2 bosses. Boss number 1 is the Fallen. This is definitely where we are going to use our Spider Butt. Much more likely to be the more difficult boss. Oh, that was close. Much more likely to be the more difficult boss of the 2 we're going to end up fighting. I'm going to use another bomb to finish this off, or at least get close to finishing this off. Careful. Yep, we're not going to take any damage here. I am very impressed. We end up picking up Lord of the Pit as a result. Very good item to get. Nothing wrong with that at all. And Little Chad, which is just... At this point, let's just assume that we got a free ability to fly. Because Little Chad is obviously going to be just trash for us. But whatever. 2 boss rooms for the ability to fly is better than 1 boss room for... Or it's better than... We got a good item, okay? Don't put me on the spot like that. Oh, that was bad damage. That shot did not land. That was almost bad damage as well. This is actually something we should be a little bit less autopilot-y about because Chad himself actually does do 1 full hit of damage, and I really don't want to lose a Spirit Heart and a half of my very, very limited health on that fight. Now, hopefully we'll get Krampus here because I don't want to trade any of my health away. We didn't, and there's no way that I can justify picking up either of these for 3 hearts after the ordeal that we just got through. prior to this. We will explore the remainder of the floor. I'm not going to the curse room. Certainly, I feel way more confident about this than I did when we came into the Caves XL. I was very confident that we would just die. Instead, we're leaving with a pretty solid amount of health, I would say. More health than we started the run with, which is not an automatic win, but is certainly encouraging given the character we're playing as. And yeah, I guess we're just on to the next floor in a pretty good position. The sun card we're probably just going to use to find our way to the boss on a later floor if we live that long. Otherwise, we'll use it to find a secret room, I suppose. And we probably have a shop here? Yeah. There's no way I'm buying the ladder. Actually, there's no way I'm buying any of this. Even the pill. I think at this point I'd rather just save my money. Obviously, we're on an XL floor, so no temptation to use the sun card here unless we really drastically need to basically use a shitty version of the Necronomicon on somebody. And did it without angering any of the neutral flies, even though that could potentially give us money. We're not going to need it. So that puts us over 15 cents. Hopefully we find another judgment, although it's unlikely. Plenty of keys to do what we will. It's Necropolis 1, which is good. I mean, I was going to say bad because it's the Necropolis, but it's actually good that it's at least not an XL floor, so we have a chance to get a deal with the devil. And, of course, it's not an XL floor, so we could just end up dealing with the depths next time instead of Necropolis, which would be nicer. It would be half as bad. More money? Yeah, we'll probably end up playing the crap out of that Fortune Teller if I had to guess, because Fortune Teller is extremely useful as Blue Baby. Maybe we can get rid of our shitty trinket and pick up a better one, but more importantly, maybe we can just pick up some Spirit Hearts. So yeah, you know what? That might even be more important than buying an item from the shop, depending on what the item would be. So I'm willing to go pretty hard on this one as well. And we'll keep it up. Sure, Missing Page, I guess, is technically better. The Tarot card is the Fool, which is worse. I think the Sun card is better. The Missing Page is, like, not a big deal, though, if we don't manage to get the right permutation. But this is the right permutation here. Let's just see. I really just, at this point, want Spirit Hearts. Missing Page gives you a familiar when you're at half a heart. Maybe Missing Page works permanently when you're Blue Baby. I doubt it, though. Even one Spirit Heart for 18 cents is honestly not the worst trade in the world here, if it just pays out with something. Crystal Ball would also be amazing if it managed to work. But better trinkets would be cool too. Ooh, okay, we have to go. I hate to do it, but we gotta go. Possibly could creatively use bombs to get out of that situation. I don't know though. It's a weird one. It's a very weird one. I hate that the tick spawned there, but at least we didn't walk over it by accident. I have a tendency to do that. Our boss fight on this floor is going to be the pony, which is really bad. There's absolutely no reason for us to get the pony. And again, we just continue to get kind of shitty active items, which has been an unfortunate trademark of recent runs. And it really is unfortunate. It's not, you know, a human rights violation, but it's annoying. It makes our life more difficult in-game, at least. No deal with the devil, but at least we did get a Spirit Heart for our troubles. And, you know, we might as well pick it up and put it back down, just so we don't have to deal with it again. Still have an item room available on this floor, though. And Spider Butt might actually be more valuable on this room than it would be on the pony fight, hilariously enough. But whatever, what's done is done now. I don't want to risk it. I really don't. So I'm just gonna blow it up, maybe, if that works. It did. There's a key. We can't really get to it. We have what we want, though. Missing Page and the Sun card, so we got kind of lucky there, I suppose. You know what we haven't seen so far on this run? Boss trap rooms. Some boss trap rooms would be really useful for me if we could get them. I will take the speed upgrade, even though it's kind of a, you know, dubious pickup. It's not great, but what's done is done. One hit because of our damage is more than enough to take out these fetuses, which is definitely the hardest wave that we're going to have to deal with here, so I feel pretty safe about that. And Zambros, but one hit will be enough, because they have low HP as a result of their otherwise dickishness. Alright, Two of Hearts is meaningless for us. We've had a lot of that on this run so far. Let's move along. We still have an item room to get to on this floor. And I've actually gained a little bit of HP, much to my surprise. Okay, so this is a classic Northernlion hates this type room. 2 hits is going to be it for each one of these hearts, which is actually pretty easily doable, and I can fly. So if you're going to have to fight these guys, at least we're fighting them when we have the upper hand, for sure. So we're going to Spider Butt these guys, just to hopefully make it a little less likely that we take a shitty hit on the way in. Looks like we're going to be fine. For now, that was very close. But hey, open the door, and we get Poison Touch. So the virus is pretty good as Blue Baby. Can make a pretty big difference, especially when we have permanent Polaroid invincibility. I'm happy to have it. Better to have it than not have it. There are some items that would be better for us to pick up, but no point in looking a gift horse in the mouth on an item like that. We'll wait for shittier items to complain about. And there you go. Alright, so we took a little damage on that room. Shouldn't have, but did. Shit happens. Blast Assist not going to be too much of a match for us. Basically the ideal room, especially when we have Spider Bud charged up. And this is actually a pretty easy room as well. So that'll be it for this floor. And again, we haven't fully solved our health woes. We really need a Spirit Heart generator of some sort. Shouldn't be too hard to come by. They're pretty frequent, and we did pass up a deal with the devil, so it's theoretically possible we could get a deal with the angel. Pick up a miter or a relic or something like that. Let's just ignore that awful damage that I took there. Maybe some money. Nope. No tinted rocks. Secret room could be anywhere. I could do the, mental cartography necessary to find it. Boo. Almost got that. Could do the necessary mental cartography to find it, but let's not risk anything. We're still in a fine position as we head down to the next floor, which is the depths, thankfully. And, even better, not a curse of blindness or darkness. Probably should have taken damage there. Didn't, and am alive. I hate that the blue spikes don't disappear when all their enemies are killed. That's the biggest of all the bullshits. You know what? You're slow now. And as a result of being slow, I'll be able to get at least a couple of you dead. That's all that I really was concerned about. Okay, so one hit is all I need. There we go. One bomb available on the floor. Good news. And we're good. Okay, shop on this floor is important if we can get to it. Didn't quite get all the items from shops that I would want to, but we got enough to survive, I guess, is where I'm trying to go with that. More keys, always beautiful. Sure, we'll freeze you up. We actually are going to get to 15 cents exactly on this room. How convenient. Not going to the curse room because we can't risk it. And we're fighting greed again. I was kind of worried about that, but whatever. We had to at least check. We had the keys necessary. It's not like we're breaking like our last key to try this out. And we got some rewards for it, but oh well. We do get the Polaroid on this floor. That's going to help us out a great deal. But how do we win this run with 3 Spirit Hearts, no map plus compass, no way to replenish our health? The answer is you just, quite literally, it sounds like I'm joking, and in some ways I'm saying it a little tongue-in-cheek because it's ridiculous to pause it, but don't get hit. If we don't get hit, we have a pretty good chance of making this run work, I think. Now, mind you, not getting hit is a lot more difficult than you might initially believe, but I have faith in our ability to not get hit a lot. Certainly not getting hit a lot is something that I've done in the past, on occasion at least. Sure, quad shot, Polyphemus, I mean, these are great offensive items, no question about it. The only question is, will we ever get the defensive power capable of, or that will make us capable of surviving? Please be a Balls of Steel pill. Tears Up is also great. I can't deny it. It's like getting good things for Christmas, but they weren't the things you want. It makes you sound spoiled, but we want what we want right now, and I can't deny that. Mind you, quad shot is a great pickup for us. And I wish I could deny that to feel a little bit more vindicated in my self-righteousness, but I can't. We're tearing through this floor extraordinarily quickly. Even at this point, I don't need raw liver. Just give me an Ankh or a 1-up, even. I don't know, man. I think this is going to be the strongest death we've had. We'll see what Judgment gives us here. We got plenty of cash to burn. Not a lot of not a lot of shops have been useful for us, but Judgment, on the other hand, has at least provided us with some Spirit Hearts and relatively cheaply as well. We'll just use Spider Butt here to speed along the process by slowing them down. Plenty of bombs to use to maybe find a secret room. Not there. Oh my god, there's so many possible secret room locations. Ah, there we go. Found it quickly enough. A little bit more money that we won't be able to use for any productive purpose. But that's okay. We're leaving. What remains now is a gauntlet of enemies, starting with Mom. Well, starting with the rooms leading to Mom, but Mom shouldn't be too tough for us. Spider Butt probably won't help us out at all, but it shouldn't be too tough. I wonder how many shots it'll take to kill her. If we could just get, like, Mom's knife, I would trade 3 Spirit Hearts for Mom's knife now. And honestly, I feel like that would actually give me a pretty good chance or a better chance of winning. But we are doing a ton of damage, as is, to Mom here. She hasn't even spawned any enemies yet, which is kind of crazy. We're done with that fight. That was nuts. The Polaroid is a huge get for us. Why are Spirit Hearts not, like, just fountaining out of these tinted rocks? We got another... I like getting the bomb for key trade. It's a really, really good trade when you have more bombs than keys, or even, like, an equivalent amount. That being said, doesn't really help us out all that much right now because we need the Spirit Hearts more than anything else. Alright, so we'll just walk this guy onto the spikes and kill him. Again, I probably would... Oh, that was so bad of me. Remember, we have Poison Touch, so whenever we get hit, just walk into enemies, but be careful not to get hit twice, because that could be the end of your run, considering that I only have... I'm so mad at myself right now. I only have, like, well, 3 more hits, 2 more hits, technically, until I die. I'm gonna try to make this work. We've got to focus intently here, like a T. Oh my god, he took, like, a renegade left turn there at the last second. Obviously, things are looking dire right now, but do keep in mind that they've looked direr before. Maybe we earn a deal with the angel on this boss room. It's Daddy Longlegs, so we slow the shit out of him. Apparently the spider was born after the slow, so it doesn't get affected by it. Easiest fight of all time. We pick up 1 Spirit Heart, and I leave this floor a little bit saltier than I arrived. Now, I do think... First off, if we beat Mom's Heart, will I be happy with this run? Not as happy as I obviously could be, but I will feel like we did a pretty decent job given the adverse situation that I put us in. I'm like a Top Gun-style pilot. I piloted us into Libyan airspace, but I got us out. So I don't feel... Or I at least got something out of it. I don't feel great about it, but it wasn't a slam dunk. It'll be okay, though. But I do feel... Oh, I do feel like this run still has the potential to be so much better than that. And this is, like, basically our ideal spider butt room. If we end up having to die, or dying, I guess I just should say, what will I say in the postmortem? Do I really want to do this? That's what I'll say in the postmortem. Do I really want to do this? No, what will I say in the postmortem? In the postmortem, I'll say, you know, as reasons for our death, my own aggression, because if I had known that Polyphemus, Quadshot, and Saturnian would show up, I wouldn't have traded, like, literally 80% of my health away at the time, just to pick up Whore of Babylon. If we had 3 more Spirit Hearts right now, we would be in a better position. Mind you, if I didn't take Whore of Babylon, we might not have kept those 3 Spirit Hearts as long as we did. We might have taken more damage over the course of the run, but I digress. You hopefully understand what I'm getting at there. But I did what I thought was best for the run. The other thing, if I am going to lay any blame on the game itself, which I love doing because it seems to absolve me of guilt a little bit, is like no Spirit Hearts at all dropping from Tinted Rocks. Let's ignore the fact that I didn't get Miter or Relic, but no Spirit Hearts at all from Tinted Rocks is just stupid. That's their most common drop, and we've hit 6 or 7 of them so far, and none of them paid out with Spirit Hearts. They all paid out with keys, that's great, or a golden chest. One of them might have paid out with a golden chest that we then opened, and it became a Spirit Heart by way of an HP upgrade. I don't think that should count, do you? More keys is fine, but we're gonna move on. I was really hoping that there would be a fortune teller in there. When there wasn't, I guess I just kind of played it out of habit. Now, since we can fly, I really should not be taking as much dumb damage as I am, but I am, and we have to learn how to deal with that. 2 Spirit Hearts is enough to beat Mom's Heart for sure. That means we can get hit once. That's more cushion than you usually need on Mom's Heart. Mind you, if we get hit once on the way to Mom's Heart, it's going to be a little bit of a trickier sell. What's better, the Empress or the Sun card? Honestly, normally, it's a no-brainer. Oh my, I got stuck in the door there. I can't stress enough. I was dodging, but I got caught in the 1 or 2, like, pixel door there. I think we are pretty much on a collision course for failure. Yep, I tried to get out of the way, but I couldn't. I'm sorry! Again, I probably was a little bit over-aggressive there, but I hope you enjoyed the run regardless. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll do a more conservative Isaac run next. And I'll see you next time.